What's up, y'all? Welcome to another successful Sunday and the very first successful Sunday of February. I don't know about y'all, but January felt kind of long, and it's only the first. It was only the first month of the year, um, and we're just gonna clear the air out right now, just to get some good energy coming in. As I said, it's been a heavy couple of weeks, so let's just kind of inhale through our nose, side out through our nostrils. But we're gonna do this about 3 times. We'll do it 3 times. So just if you wanna just close down your eyes for a minute and just picture yourself having a successful, dope week, whatever it is that you're working on. And then take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Everything that is yours, every goal, and every desire and dream you're working on this month, it will happen. In through your nose, sigh it out. Whatever has been weighing you down, fear of the unknown, not understanding what's going on in the world, feeling a little scared, we are just gonna inhale through our nose and sigh out through our mouth and just ease ourselves in through our nose, sigh it out. Okay, because we gotta clear out this air and just position ourselves in a far better vibe. Because God knows, God knows we need it. So today we're gonna be talking about 5 things to do at the beginning of your month and 4 things to do at the end of your month. But these are 5 things you could do within 60 minutes, so 1 hour. But before I kind of get into that, I wanted to read something to you real quick that my mother gave to me. Well, she gave it to all 3 of her kids, and she told me to frame it. It's called the Paradoxal Commandments. And I just thought it was fitting for especially anyone that's a go-getter, succeeding for the week ahead, looking for just good vibes. And I hope this message finds you well. So it's called the Paradoxal Commandments, and this is a copyright by Kent M. Keith, 1968, renewed in 2001. People are illogical, unreasonable, and self-centered. Love them anyways. If you do good, people will accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Do good anyways. If you are successful, you will win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. The good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Honesty and frankness make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. The biggest men and women with the biggest ideas can be shot down by the smallest men and women with the smallest minds. Think big anyway. People favor underdogs, but follow only top dogs. Oh, sorry. People favor underdogs, but follow only top dogs. Fight for a few underdogs anyway. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. People need help, but may attack you if you do help them. Help anyway. Give the world the best you have, and you'll get kicked in the teeth. Give the world the best you have anyway. My mom got this from last week's church service. They were handing them out as the pastor was talking about the message behind this. And when I read it, it just automatically made me think about how many times we feel that we should just give up on humanity, give up on ourselves. It's just, what's the point? A lot of us will recite those words. But hearing this, and this was written in, like, I'm assuming it was, it's just copyright 1968. I'm not too sure when it was written. I should check. But just know how long ago that was. Not that long, but how long ago it was and how it still resonates with today. Just do good anyways. Think big anyways. No matter even though all the obstacles were listed in this commandments, it says do it anyways. Build anyways, succeed anyways, help others anyways, give the world the best you have anyway. And it's a great message for us to go into the week and to the month and still at the beginning of the year with how the climate is right now throughout the world. it's just a reminder for us to still do what we gotta do for ourselves anyway. So I hope that message find you well. So let's get right into it. So 5 things to do at the beginning and the end of every month to reach your goals in 60 minutes. I will say this, schedule it. Schedule this at the beginning and the end of the month just so that you make sure you do it. You can hold yourself accountable. Let's go ahead and get right in. We're not going to waste any time. So we're going to start off with the beginning of the month and we're going to set aside 30 minutes. And I'm going to break it down the steps and also how you could break down your time. So the first one is set clear goals. And I know we've set clear goals for the beginning of the year, maybe even the first quarter, but it's important to now take that and set your clear goal for the beginning of your month, your brand new month. So take a look at your vision board, take a look at all the goals that you set and see even the ones you set by the quarter. Look at which ones are priority, which ones are top priority for this month that you want to accomplish and write them down. Put it in your journal. Write it out daily if you'd like. Put it in a notebook, but also keep it somewhere visible so that you could take a look at it every day. And now you want to break down your weekly tasks to make sure that you're going after that goal. 2, review your calendar and schedule key actions. So once you've broken it down per week, now you could put it in your calendar and look, automation is fantastic. I use it all the time in my iCal. I know I also use Google Calendar as well, and I have my Outlook for my business. So use the calendars that are there. Set reminders. Set reminders not just for appointments and important things, but this is just important too. Start setting reminders for your reflection and the goals and break down the task per week, per day, however you need it. If you need to, if it's going to be the same task every week for 1 month, then do that. And with that, like you could also do it physical. I'm trying to find a piece of paper to show y'all. Perfect. Like on a sheet of paper. I don't know if you remember, if you've seen the last few episodes, we do a kind of like a T across each quarter. Write down per quarter what your priorities are per quarter and any if you have any non-negotiables that you were trying to make sure you have. Like for example, non-negotiable for me is my birthday week. I don't schedule nothing around that time. I need my time off. All right, so let's get into number 3. You got to take a look at your finances. You may have something this month that like it's a non-negotiable. So you have to make sure you have the money set aside for that. You know that you're going to be going out or celebrating someone's birthday. Make sure you have the funds for that. Set that stuff aside. Go over your budget. Add events that are coming up, birthdays, networking events as well. Also, check to see where you can save money. So, every now and then, what I do per quarter, I look at deals. So, look at the deals of the stuff that you know you're going to use every day, your cell phone, your internet, your cable, um, any other service or subscription you have. Contact these people and ask them, do you have any deals that I could possibly get? Yo, save the coin. So let's say, for example, your cell phone plan. I don't know why some people's cell phone plans are like in close to 100 and more, right? Because that's just what the plans are. Contact these people. Hey, yo, right now I have this plan with you. I've been with you for X, Y, and Z. Is there any way that we could cut it down? I'm trying. Yo, they may have something for you. Ask your corporate wherever you work. Do we have a corporate plan? Do you have an employee plan? I Majority of my stuff is on my employee plan. I'm not gonna lie because I wanted to take advantage of it. So look in your budget of where you could save some coin. There may be something that you can just tuck away an extra couple bucks per week, or maybe you have something coming in or return that you could stow away. So look in your savings and your investments as well. 4, personal development. Oh, I do apologize. Let me go back. So review number 1, review your set your goals as 10 minutes. Review your calendar and check out your scheduling. That's 5 minutes. Plan your finance, 5 minutes or more, depending. It all depends, right? And then personal development is 5 minutes. What is your personal development goal for this month? Like, what is it that you really want to set aside for yourself to accomplish? Is there a book or a podcast that you want to start listening to or reading like once or twice a week? What is it like? What is something that you want to do to continue your self improvement journey? How are you going to invest in yourself per week in the month of February? It's a question to ask yourself, right? Write that one down. That's a very important one. And number 5, declutter. No matter what, you probably have stuff in your space right now that you haven't used for months. This is a good time to look at what is collecting dust and what you can get rid of. Maybe you could donate it to somebody else that could find of use to it. I'm a big fan of that. If I have stuff that I'm no longer using, why am I keeping it? Someone else could find a use for it, especially if I know them personally. Here, you take this, you have of use to that. I'm done. I don't have any use for it anymore. Check out your emails, unsubscribe. I don't know about y'all. I cannot stand receiving emails sometimes from stuff that I only needed to purchase it once and they send me daily emails. Like, I don't care about your sale. I just needed it one time. So declutter that. Go through your phone. If you are a content creator, if you make tons and tons of video, if you are a parent, y'all be taking pictures after pictures. Oh, look, he's moving. Oh, look, he's doing this. She's jumping for the first time. Go through your photos and videos. Take a peek and clear it up. Freshen up your area, but freshen up your phone, back up when you need to back up, print the pictures you want to print, all of that. If you're an entrepreneur, look at your laptop, look at your digital files. All right. My therapists, my coaches, my mental health counselors, because we have to keep files of our clients. Look and see how far back you go. Maybe you could stow it away on a hard drive or external hard drive or something. Start looking to see how you can just declutter the space of your digital files as well, right? It's not just about your physical space. And if you have to do the physical space, yeah, do a little bit of a deep clean and just check the stuff that you realize you no longer need. So that is the five to do at the beginning of the month. I'm just going to repeat it again. Set clear goals is number one. That's 10 minutes. Review your calendar. That's that's 5 minutes. Three, plan your finances. That is 5 minutes. Personal development. That is 5 minutes. Declutter your space. That's also 5 minutes. So those are the five things you need to do at the beginning of your month. Set goals. Review your calendar, plan your finances, personal development, and declutter your space. So now we're going to get into at what you should do at the end of your month. So you're going to want to do this at the end of February and at the end of each month of the year. So number one is reflect, and that's 10 minutes. So be that we're just in the second day of February, but by the time you watch this, yeah, it'll be the second day of February. Ask yourself what worked, what didn't work, what can I celebrate? So what worked, what didn't work, what can I celebrate? Even like look into like maybe is there anything I need to switch? Anything I need to like pivot to? These are great journal prompts to just try out. Write it on a piece of paper, do video or audio journaling. Yeah, what worked in the month of January? What did not work in the month of January? How could I fill up my cup more? What can I celebrate? What happened? No matter how big or small it is, but what happened that was so dope that I just wanna celebrate this because it's an accomplishment the first part of the year, then celebrate it. If you have to just get yourself a Snickers, then do it, right? If you have to get yourself anything, like just something small just to make sure that, yeah, you take that in account that you did accomplish that. So that's 1, reflect 10 minutes. 2, self check-in. This is the moment where you look at your energy. How are you feeling? And your well-being. Like, are you feeling a little bit burned out? Like, are you resting? Are you balanced? How are you feeling at the moment? Do you need to pour into yourself just a wee bit more? What can we do to make sure that we are, in a sense, like just lifted and in good spirits? And what do you need to do more or less of this month? What is something that you don't want to pour into? And if you're reflecting from the month of January and you realize you were stretching yourself too much, what do you want to do less of? So one thing, I don't give you an example. One thing that I kinda wanna do less of, um, is social media, and I say that just because the climate of how everything has been, my brain was so warped last week that there was only one platform I felt comfortable being on a little bit, which was Threads, because there's no video. I just felt very much overstimulated by everything, and with everything that was going on, I was just, "Ah, man, I can't be on anything that has video content." Now, I know you're probably thinking, "But you post." A lot of my content is scheduled, like, I have a lot of things scheduled months in advance to take care of my own mental health in these type of moments, because I can't imagine how I was last week and then trying to make content with the full energy that I want to give y'all. So I do plan my content in advance. So I say think about what part of your life in January that you just need to find more balance and you wanna do less of and what you like more of. So more for me would be, and I kinda dropped the ball a bit, more books, in the month of January. I think I was just, again, overstimulated. I wanna get back into doing my reading and also listening to audiobooks again and getting a good podcast going a bit beyond my own. I mean, my podcast is pretty dope, but I also like to support others as well. So that's kind of where I am at. And it's okay to change it up. Whatever you said in the November and December of like your vision board and your goals, it's okay to shift. It's all about pivoting when it comes in life. Because if you know me, I don't know if you could see it back there. Life is life being, people is peopling. So we have to make sure we could pivot and take care of ourselves. And that would be 5 minutes. So self check and energy check as well. That's 5 minutes. Okay. We're gonna go on to number three. Check your progress. That's also 5 minutes to check your progress. So take a kind of a quick overview of like where you are. Like say you have a financial aspect you're trying to take care of. How did you spend the previous month? So ask yourself, how did you spend your money the previous month? What habits were you doing more of, and then which ones you want to do less of? You know, like what how are you handling your overall goals in the previous month? So just ask yourself and just write it out. Grab a piece of paper and please, please be honest with yourself. There's absolutely no reason for you to lie and say, "Oh yeah, I did great," but you realize, "No, actually there's some areas I could have done a bit better." You know what I mean? And check your strategy and your action plan. If you remember, we did that. We created an action plan here before the new year. Go back and take a look. Is it still working? Do you need to make a bit of of adjustments in it? Do you need to make any changes? Because now you're actually implementing it in the real world. So, is there anything that you need to switch up? Is what do you need to adjust? If you don't need to, cool. If you want to discontinue, also great. But if you realize like, nah, there's some areas that I could kind of adjust and change, then do so. And lastly, number 4, practice gratitude. And this you do this for 5 minutes, you could do it for 10 minutes. How I practice gratitude personally, I do write out 3 things that I'm just grateful for. I used to do this. I would write out 3 things I'm grateful for in the beginning of my day. Sometimes it was repetitive, but I didn't care because I was just grateful for those things. Like some moments I was just grateful to have a roof over my head, you know, or have a platform like I do, or I was grateful for like the loving people I have in my life, you know. One time I even said I was grateful for the doors that shut and remained closed. And it's just trying to like ground yourself in gratitude. I think if I can give any message out of this is, and it's just like a thought coming to me now, is how much we need to ground ourselves in gratitude. We need to just really submerge ourselves in gratitude right now as much as we can to kind of keep our spirits up with life in general. Because I know things are kind of heavy a bit, right? So do your best by just grounding yourself in the most gratitude that you could possibly find to keep your spirits and that positive energy going. Because geez, these days, like life is really it's hitting us. It's hitting us a little bit, you know? So find that sense of gratitude in everything that you can and be intentional about it. You know, be very intentional about what it is that you want to find the gratitude in. Don't just say like, yeah, I'm just doing it because coach told me. Like, nah, like actually find your gratitude. And also, this one's important with that is set your focus. What's your main focus for this month? You know, maybe you're an entrepreneur is my main focus is to gain more income and make more connections and go to a networking event. Maybe you're a working professional, just like I just want to update my resume. I haven't done it in a while, or and apply for a couple of places. You know what I'm saying? Or talk to my boss about how I could, you know, go back to school within the business, within the corporate. You know what I mean? Like, because some places have that, or maybe it's just you want to prioritize your sleep more, prioritize your health more. Maybe you're going to go dry and not have no alcohol, or lay off scrolling, or, you know, like what is it that you're going to do? What's your main focus for the month that you are getting going into? So that's all I got. I'm just going to go over it again, just to recap real quick. So we just went over 5 things to do at the beginning and the end of every month to reach your goals. And you just need to set aside 60 minutes, 1 hour a month. So the first one at the beginning of the month, so this is setting aside 30 minutes. Set your clear goals. That is 10 minutes. Give yourself 10 minutes to set your clear goals for the month. Number 2, review your calendar. Check what you have going on and and review it and schedule it accordingly. That give yourself 5 minutes. Plan your finances. Take a look at your budget. If you don't have a budget, create one real quick and be honest with it. Um, give yourself 5 minutes for that. Personal development is number 4. Give yourself 5 minutes. What is your goal for you for your personal development for the month ahead? Number 5, declutter your space. That is just not physical, but digital as well. Unsubscribe to emails, check your phone, get rid of some stuff, print what you want to print in terms of pictures, check your laptop, and so forth. And at the end of the month, again, you're going to give yourself approximately 30 minutes. Reflect 10 minutes. What worked, what didn't work? How, like what can we celebrate? Number 2, do a self check-in. Have a conversation with yourself, write it out, however you need. How are you feeling? Are you feeling burned out? Do you need more rest or do you feel balanced at the moment? Number 3, give yourself 5 minutes to do this. Check your progress. Ask some people for feedback. How do you think I did this month? Just curious. Review your income, your growth, your habits, fitness, your overall goals in general. Like, how did you do? And double check on your strategy and your action plan to see how do you think your progress is going. Number 4, and this is the final one, you can give yourself 5 to 10 minutes with this one. Practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gave you the activity of writing down 3 things you're grateful for every morning, either in your journal, on a piece of paper, or set out your focus for what's your main focus for the month ahead. So that's all I got for you guys today. And honestly, with like I said, with how everything is, my main message for you is from this paradoxal. See if you could see it. The paradoxal commandments. Love them anyway. Do good anyway. Succeed anyway. Do good anyway. Be honest and frank anyway. Think big anyway. Fight for a few underdogs anyway. Build anyway. Help people anyway, and give the world the best you have anyway. All right, y'all. See you on Tuesday. And I wish you nothing but a dope and blessed week. As always, y'all, walk with peace, walk with love.